Also, not only the outside environment, but our own background, how we have been raised. We know a lot from, from our mom experience, and we receive a lot of advice as women,
Yeah,
but sometimes, the context has changed completely, and then you get sometimes stuck. I'm trying to do the what I learned from my parents,
yeah,
from my mom, my grandma, but still
yeah.
I still feel stuck. So what are those gaps, and then what are the healthy ways to help them really achieve a balanced life with all the information they have?
Of course.
Hmm.
Um, I think that's such an important question, and I hear that from many parents of, like, parenting doesn't come with a manual, even though we have the wisdom or not so wisdom of our parents, right? Like, they might have been great parents, they might have been kind of parents. We don't know. We have whatever we have from our parents. Um, when you become a parent yourself, and I think our listeners will agree with that, it's a whole different ballgame, because it's a whole different experience. And I think one of the main things that come to mind in kind of maybe my parents' generation is that there were many people around, right? There were always people around. There was support. There was like a permanent support system that's available for new moms or new parents to kind of that it was there. I think that's something that we're really missing, in our today's society. I think in a way, social media became our support system.
Yeah.
Though when you need someone to, watch your kid for an hour because you have an appointment, social media can't necessarily offer that for us as much.
That's true.
And I think, one of the things that I find to be so important in that is just being intentional. So how can I be intentional in the time that I'm spending? How can I be intentional with creating relationships, with seeking out people who have children, in the same age as my children, or somewhat like that? How can I choose the people around me and actually put in the effort and be intentional into creating some of those circles of care in a way? And I often say, choose them wisely. Those people will be in your house, their kids will be in your house, you will be at their house, right? There will be important people. So choose them wisely. And then when you know that you've created that support system that's really important for you, be vulnerable with them.
Hmm.
Let them in, let them know what you're struggling with, let them share with you what they're struggling with, share the wisdom, even if you do parenting differently, which will probably happen. We're different people and we have different kids, and our kids need different things. So it's okay to parent differently than other people. Again, I can take on their advice, I can take on their wisdom, I can take on all of these beautiful things, but then I come home and then I reflect on with myself. Okay, this person does this with their kid. Is this something that would work for my child? Yes, it would. Then that's perfect. I'm going to use that. It's going to be the best advice I've ever gotten. If I try it maybe for a couple of days and then suddenly it's not working, that's okay. I'll ditch it. And then I'll keep doing what I'm doing. So again, I think I have the themes going on. I think being intentional is huge. I think just knowing and being aware and then reflecting on, as me as the mom and then my kid as my kid, what works for me and what works best for my kid. And I think maybe I haven't touched on this part as much, but kind of the voices, right? There are so many voices around, and I find myself kind of going back to, yep, there will be many voices around. Some of them will be credible voices, and some of them not much credibility voices behind it. And then what do I need? What do I need? How can I be attuned to what I'm feeling? And then how can I be attuned to my child's needs?
Wow. Thank you. This is really absolutely interesting tools.